Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we are going to look at page 27. Write a description of a person. So our skill for today would be writing. Let's look at the first exercise, exercise A. Discuss. Think of a person you admire. What is he or she like? Why do you admire him or her? So when the question asks you what is he or she like, that means you have to talk about his or her personality. Okay, the person's personality or maybe physical appearance, a bit of their description. Okay, and then why do you admire him or her? You have to mention your reason. Okay, give us the reason. Why do you admire that person, or why do you think that person is your role model? For example, you can say, the person that I admire the most is my cousin, who is 15 years older than me. He is very friendly, reliable, and hardworking. He also has a good sense of humor. And then you can also mention, if you want to answer the second question, then you can also mention, I admire him. I admire him because he has made a success of himself. He is dedicated to his job. Besides, he is very easy to talk to. Okay, if you want to answer the second question, then you have to mention, I admire him because of what? Because he is very easy to talk to, because he is the one I turn to when I need some good advice. Okay, so that is for the first exercise. Now let's look at exercise B. Read the writing task below and underline the keywords. Your teacher has asked you to write a description of a person you admire. Write why you admire him or her and how he or she has influenced you. So what would be the keywords? The first one would be a description. When you talk about description, that means you have to use a lots of adjective, okay, in order for you to describe that person. Then another keywords would be the person you admire. Okay, so you have to write a description of a person you admire. You also have to mention why you admire him or her. Okay, why you admire that person. And last one, how he or she has influenced you. For example, if you say that person, the person that you admire is your father. So you have to mention why. Maybe you can say that because your father is very hardworking. So you admire that kind of attitude. And then how he or she influenced you, then maybe you can mention that my father influenced me to be a hardworking person just like him. Okay, so that's how you are going to answer this part. Move on. Question C. Read the description below and answer the questions. Number 1. Does the writer refer to all the points that you underline in the writing task? For this one, you have to look at the essay later. Okay, the essay later, and then you have to think about it. Does the writer refer to all the points that you underline? Apa point yang kita underline tu? Yang tadilah, yang the person that you are, a description of a person you admire, why you admire that person, and how that person has influenced you. Okay, number 2, what kind of information does each of the paragraph in the description include? This one we have to look at each paragraph. Okay, each of the paragraph in order for us to know the information. We will do this one later together. Question number 3. What examples does the writer use to support the following from paragraph 2? So this one again you have to refer to the essay later. Okay, yang ni kita tengok nantilah maksudnya. Okay, so let's do this one by one. Exercise C, question number 1. Does the writer refer to all the points that you underline in the writing task? Okay, so let's look at the first one. You have to write a description of a person you admire. Okay, so here, yes, he does. He does refer to all the points where, tengok yang first one, my uncle is the most courageous person. Okay, my uncle is the most courageous person. Itulah description dia. Okay, he risks his life every day to save others. Okay, itu adalah description kepada person yang the writer admire lah. The writer admires. Okay, now. As kind and unselfish as he is. Okay, so that means the uncle here, okay, the uncle here, he is very kind and unselfish. So, masih lagi dalam description dia lah kan. Okay, kemudian apa lagi? He always offers to help others even when he isn't working. His great sense of humor. He has shown me how important it is to help others who are in need. So, yang tu akan menjawab soalan yang kedua tadi. Why you admire him or her? Okay, why? Because he has shown me how important it is to help others who are in need. Okay, and then, yang tu je. Yang tu je tengok balik. Okay, so yang tu. And then yang tu juga menjawab soalan yang how he or she has influenced you lah. How he or she has influenced you. One yang he has shown me how important it is to help others who are in need. And then second, I believe he is the reason why I have decided to become a doctor. Okay, so yang tu adalah dia punya, itulah apa yang dia menjawab lah. Dia jawab soalan tadi. Again, soalan tu tanya apa? Satu, description of the person you admire. Second, why you admire that person. And last one, how that person influence you. So, does the writer refer to all the points? Yes. Dah berjaya dah. Dia punya essay ni dah lengkap dalam menjawab soalan tu. Okay, question number 2. What kind of information does each of the paragraph in the description include? For this one, in order for you to answer, you have to look at the paragraph one by one. Tengok apa benda yang dia cakap sebenarnya. Contohnya the first one, the person I admire the most is my uncle Tony. He is a firefighter and he has performed some extremely heroic acts. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Paragraph 1 ya, includes some general information about the writer's uncle. Okay, so ni lah general information dia. He is a firefighter kan. Another one, he has performed some extremely heroic acts. Okay, so second, my uncle is the most courageous person. Alamak, teacher dah tertunjuk jawapan. Tak apalah. Okay, my uncle is the most courageous person I know. He risks his life every day to save others. He really loves his job and wouldn't change it for anything. Few people are as kind and unselfish as he is. In fact, he always offers to help others even when he isn't working. Another quality that really stands out is his great sense of humor. Whenever we are together, he makes me laugh a lot. So, yang ni apa? Dia bagi description of the uncle's character. Okay, apa dia? Courageous lah, risks his life every day to save others lah, yang tu semua. Okay, the reason why the writer admires his or her uncle, dia mention dekat situ, few people are as kind and unselfish. Okay, and then he always offers to help others. Another quality that really stands out is his great sense of humor. So, yang tu adalah satu description dia. Dan pada masa yang sama, dia adalah reason jugalah. Because of those good qualities that the uncle possess. Okay. So, now continue. As for myself, my uncle Tony has been a huge influence on me. He has shown me how important it is to help others who are in need. I believe he is the reason why I have decided to become a doctor. So here the explanation, okay, about explains how the writer's uncle influenced him. Lagi satu dia dah bagi keyword lah. Dia kata has been a huge influence. So yang tu kita dah tahu. Yang tu dia explainkan how the writer's uncle influence the writer. Last one, I really like my uncle Tony and so does everyone in the community. Nobody ever has a bad word to say about him. I hope I can gain that kind of respect from people in the future too. So that one would be the general comment about the writer's uncle and the writer's feelings. So class, I want you to take some time to think about it because this is important. The information here, this information would be the things that you need to include later. Okay, in your essay. So this one is important. Mesti kena ada general information. You have to introduce the person. And then you have to describe the character. And then why you admire that person. Ni sama je macam soalan tadi lah kan. Okay, and then how that person influence you. Bila how ni, biasanya dia berkait dengan why. Contohnya, the reason why we admire that person because he is kind. So bila kita kata how that person influence us to be as kind as him ke, influence us to be a better person ke. Okay. Then last one includes a general comment. So your general comment lah about that person. Maybe you say that person is your role model. You wish that you could you can be just like that person ke in the future. It's up to you. Okay, but it's a general comment and you can also write about your feelings as well. Okay, exercise C. What examples does the writer use to support the following from paragraph 2? Okay, this one is actually pretty simple. Bila dia tanya apa example yang dia pakai, so kita cari je lah yang dia punya main dia tu kan. So contohnya A, my uncle is the most courageous person I know. So that one you can find in the first line here. My uncle is the most courageous person I know. So dia punya explanation dia, example dia, he risks his life every day to save others. Yang tu lah example dia. Biasanya dekat sebelah dia je senang. Okay. So second, few people are as kind and unselfish as he is. So what would be the example? For sure lah. The answer would be, in fact, he always offers to help others even when he isn't working. Okay, and then another one, last one, his great sense of humor. What would be the example? You can see here. Okay, kejap ni tadi tu. Okay, whenever we are together, he makes me laugh a lot. Okay, whenever we are together, he makes me laugh a lot. So that refers to his great sense of humor. Okay, what example can you think of to support the following? So yang ni you have to think about it on your own. Apa example yang kita boleh fikir bila kita gunakan this kind of sentence? For example, my mother is dedicated to her job. So in order for you to write the examples, you have to make sure the examples suit the given situation. Kat sini dia kata apa? My mother is dedicated. Ingat, we have discussed about the definition of dedicated yesterday. Ada kan kita ada buat semalam kan? Okay, so dedicated tu apa? Once you know the meaning, you can find the example. For example here, she brings work home when she has a lot to do. Okay, so nak tunjukkan yang mak dia ni sangat dedicated lah. Okay, my mother is dedicated to her job. She brings work home when she has a lot to do. Kesian mak dia kan. Okay, now number 2. No teacher is as calm and patient as my English teacher. For instance, whenever, so here dia punya keyword adalah calm and patient. So you have to write an example that portrays How calm and patient that English teacher. Okay, that English teacher, not your English teacher. I'm not calm and patient. Okay, so this would be the example. For instance, whenever we make noise and talk to each other, he never yells at us but tries to attract our attention in the best, okay ni best in the best possible way. So yang tu lah tunjukkan yang cikgu dia tu calm and patient sebab dia tak yell. Okay, he tries to attract our attention. Bagus cikgu dia. Okay, last one. Susan is quite sociable. In fact, she, so keyword here would be sociable. So you have to find the example that would support the keyword. Okay, so here you can say, in fact, she always make new friends wherever she goes. Okay, dia kat sini, this exercise is actually important for you to know that in writing, you have to make sure the example can actually support your statement. Kalau kita cakap dia calm and patient, kemudian tiba-tiba kita kata my English teacher always make new friends, tak ada kena-mengena, so tak sesuai. Okay, you have to make sure the example support the statement. Kalau dia cakap pasal sociable, tiba-tiba cakap pasal asyik marah-marah orang, so it's not suitable with the situation. Okay, so be careful. Okay, continue. So this would be your task for today. Okay, remember this is your tutorial task, so please do it during tutorial task so that you don't have to regard this as your homework. Buat masa tutorial ya. Okay, exercise E. Write a description of a person you admire. Write why you admire this person and how he or she has influenced you. So yang ni dia dah bagi dah. Sama je soalan dia macam tadi. Satu, dia minta description of a person. Second, dia minta why you admire this person. And last one, how that person has influenced you. So, luckily, they use the same question. So, it's easier for you lah. Sebab kita dah bincang tadi macam mana nak buat. Okay. So, let's look at the tips before you start. Read the writing task carefully. Underline the keywords ni yang tadi kita buat tadi. Think about who you are going to write about and try to come up with ideas. So this one, you have to make a draft, you have to plan your essay. So think about it. Who do you want to write about? So maybe you can write about the principal ke, about KW ke, kan? It's up to you. You want to talk about your father, your mother, the prime minister. It's up to you. As long as, remember class, this is important. When you write an essay, especially when you write about someone you admire, try to make sure that person is close to your heart. Okay, orang tu kena jadi orang yang kita, sama ada kita kenal ataupun kita kenal orang tu. Mungkin orang tu tak kenal kita, tak apalah, yang biasalah kan. Tapi kita kenal orang tu. Why? Because when when we talk about someone that is close to our heart, it'll be easier for us to write about his or her description, as well as to write the whole essay actually. Senang sikit macam tu sebab kita dah kenal orang tu, kita tahu dia macam mana. Suddenly tiba-tiba nak cakap pasal siapa? Cakap pasal pelakon mana-mana hala yang kita tak kenal kan. So it's quite hard. Okay, so think about someone that you really admire and how that person has influenced you, unless you are a big fan of that person, then only you can use that person as someone you admire. Yang kita memang big fan, yang kita memang kenal gila-gila macam tu, tak apa. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, you have your own role model, I know. Okay, usually for this kind of questions, selalu yang teacher dapat adalah yang write pasal father or mother, which is okay. Quite touching actually, because from that kind of essay, I can understand you better. But again, it depends on you. Masa dulu teacher buat karangan yang sama, masa teacher form 5 ke form 4 tak ingat. Teacher ada buat juga, tapi teacher buat pasal Rabiatul Adawiyah rasanya. Sebab masa tu teacher dapat buku kan, so senang sikit, kita ada reference, kita boleh refer kepada buku tu. Cuma teacher akan tukar lah facts tu, kita translate lah sebab buku tu in BM kan, so we translate a bit the facts. Okay, so for you, if you want to write about Prophet Muhammad SAW pun, it's okay, that would be better. It's up to you. Okay, your own preference. Okay, last one pula. Okay, the tips ya. Make notes and plan your paragraph carefully using the plan above. Plan above. Oh, plan tu lagi ada below, bukan above. Okay, don't forget to refer to all the points that you underline in the writing task. So, apa points yang kita underline tadi? Yang satu, description of a person you admire. Second, why you admire this person. Last one, how that person has influenced you. Okay, next, give examples to support your opinion about the person's personality. Okay, kalau tak faham macam mana nak give example ni, boleh tengok yang tadi, yang kita buat question 3. Yang question C, number 3. Kan dia tanya apa example yang writer pakai kan. Dia macam tu lah. If you talk about that person is a very hardworking person, so you have to mention lah, he works so hard to help my family ke, macam tu. You have to give example that support the statement. Okay, mana plan dia? Okay, ni plan dia. When writing a description of a person you admire, follow the plan below. Introduction. Okay, give some general information. Ni macam tadi Okay, give some general information about the person. For example, name, relationship to you, and also job. Second, main part 2 paragraph. Maksudnya kat sini ada berapa paragraph? Ada 4 lah. Introduction 1. Main part yang tu ada 2 paragraph, and then conclusion ada 1. Okay, so untuk yang main part tu, first we have to describe the person's personality and give examples to support your opinion. Okay, number 2, say what influence the person. Say what influence the person has had on you or other people. So, for example, my role model, he loves to make a donation. So, that inspires me to make donation just like him, to help people in need. Macam itulah contohnya kan. Okay, so for conclusion, make a general comment about the person and say how you feel about him or her. So you can mention that you really like that person, he is your role model, I really want to be like him in the future. Macam itulah contohnya kan. Cliche sikit tapi macam itulah contohnya. Okay, so this would be your tutorial task ya. Okay, you have time, plenty of time for you to do this one, exercise E. So please do please do this one ya, exercise E. This would be your tutorial task. Nak bagi berapa lama masa? Teacher rasa kalau boleh try buat dalam minggu ni. Try settle kan kalau dapat hari ni. And then kalau boleh try submit your essay by Friday lah kot. Friday. Sebab apa? Sebab Sabtu ni dah start cuti. Jangan kacau cuti kita. Cuti tu settlekan kerja-kerja teacher yang tak settle lagi tu. Segala kerja yang tak hantar lagi tu. Okay, please submit it. Okay, please submit it. Ramai yang tanya teacher masih terima lagi ke kerja-kerja tu? Sentiasa terima. Selagi handphone teacher masih bernyawa, teacher akan terima. Okay, so tolonglah hantar kerja-kerja semua tu. Okay, alright, so that's it. Thank you. Okay, ada 4 thank you kat situ. Okay, thank you very much students. I love you. And I'll see you next month. Okay, insyaAllah. Please do all your works, yeah. Okay, try your best. If you can't, tell me the reason. Okay, if you have any problem, tell me the reason. If you have any question, please message me so that I can try to help you. Okay, we can do this one together. Okay, thank you very much, student. Love you. Bye bye.